Reading for April 2nd, Science of Mind, A Philosophy of Faith, A Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 150, paragraph 2, through page 152, paragraph 1, using inclusive language.
Laws governing prayer. Most people who believe in God believe in prayer, but our idea of prayer changes as our idea of God changes, and it is natural for each to feel that their way of praying is the correct way. But we should bear in mind that the prayers which are effective, no matter whose prayers they may be, are effective because they embody certain universal principles which, when understood, can be consciously used. If the divine ever answered prayer, it always answers prayer, since it is the same yesterday, today, and forever. If there seems to be any failure, it is in our ignorance and misunderstanding of the will and nature of the divine. We are told that God is spirit, and they that worship God must worship God in spirit and in truth. The immediate availability of the divine spirit is neither in the mountain nor at the temple, neither lo here nor lo there. For behold, the kingdom of God is within. This is a true perception of spiritual power. The power is no longer I, but the Spirit who dwelleth in me. Could we conceive of Spirit as being incarnate in us, while at the same time being ever more than that which is incarnated? Would we not expand spiritually and intellectually? The kingdom of spirit is within you. When we become conscious of our oneness with universal good, beliefs in evil, sin, sickness, limitation, and death tend to disappear. We shall no longer ask amiss, supplicating as though the divine were not willing, begging as though it were withholding. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in ye, ye shall ask, and ye will, and it shall be done unto you. This gives great light on an important law governing the answering of prayer. Abiding in spirit means having no consciousness separate from its consciousness. Nothing in our thought which denies the power and presence of spirit. Yes, we can readily see why prayers are answered when we are abiding in spirit. Again we read, "Whatsoever ye ask in my name, that will I do." This sounds simple at first, but it is another profound statement likened to the first. Its significance lies in the phrase, "in my name." In Spirit's name means its nature. If our thought is as unsullied as the mind of the One, if we are recognizing our oneness with the divine, we cannot pray other than for the good of all people. In such prayer, we should not dwell upon evil or adversity. The secret to spiritual power lies in a consciousness of one's union with the whole and the availability of good. Spirit is accessible to all people. Creation manifests itself through all individuals. No two people are alike. Each has a unique place in the universal of mind. Each lives in mind. Each contacts it through their own mentality in an individual way, drawing from it a unique expression of its divine nature. If we make ourselves receptive to the idea of love, we become lovable. To the degree that we embody love, we are love. So people who love are loved. Whoever becomes receptive to the idea of peace, poise, and calm, whoever embodies these divine realities, finds them flowing through them, and they become peaceful, poised, and calm. There is a place in us which lies open to the infinite, But when the Spirit brings its gift, it by pouring itself through us, it can give to us only what we take. This taking is mental. If we persist in saying, life will not give us that which is good, Spirit will not answer my prayer, it cannot, for life must reveal itself to us through our intelligence. The pent up energy of life and the possibility of further human evolution work through our imagination and will. The time is now, the place is where we are, and it is done unto us as we believe.